In this video, I'm going to discuss how to apply if statements to a push button. So in this case, if I'm starting the simulator, if I'm clicking on the push button, nothing happening to my modular. Now to do this, I'm going to discuss this through the blocks, and then after this, we're going to imitate this in the code to see how does it look like. So let me now stop my simulation. First of all, I'm going to my code. I'll make sure I'm using the block mode. At this case, I'm going to create my first variable. So before I create my first variable, I'll get rid of those two blocks. So I'm just going to click, drag them towards this trash can where both of them will be disappeared. Now I'm going to create my first variable. I'm going to call it a button state. And then I click OK. And this is what I'm left with. So to set up my button, the first thing I need to do is drag my set category and make sure I'm giving the right number over here for my pin. Now, as you might see here, my pin is 6 at this case. So I'm going to use pin number 6, adding it to my variable. Before I do this, as this is the input, so I'm going to my input tab and I'm going to ask my Arduino to read the digital pin number 6. So in this case, over here, I'm just going to select 6. Great. Now I'm going to add the if statement. At this case, all I have to do is going to control, looking for the if statement. I'm using the one with else. So it's going to be if this button is pushed, then what happened? This will be turned on. Else, if it's released, at this case, this LED would be turned off. So I'm just going to drag this and add it to my block. Now to do my mathematical equation, I need to make sure that selecting the button or releasing the button itself will lead to turning on and off the LED. To do so, I'm going to my math tab and then I'm going to select one larger than, so this is the comparator for my LED. So I'm just going to drag this down here, make sure of changing this to equal, and I'm going to say if this button turned on, so I'm just going to go to my variable. If the button here is selected, so that means I'm hitting the button, then what happened? The LED light itself, which is related to pin number 6, will be turned on. So in here, I'm going to add, instead of 1, that means it's true, I'm going to add high. To do so, I need to go to math again and just select the high category. Now let me add this towards my if statement over here. To do this, you need just to select the mathematical equation itself and just add it to your if statement. Now here it says if this button is equal high, that means on or is true, then what will happen? At this case, we need to get an output. Either the light will be on or the light will be off. To do so, I'm going to my output. And here it says set built-in LED to high. As you see, this is my built-in light and is more likely connected to my 13 pin. So to do this, I'm going to drag this over here to my block. And I'll do it twice. I'll drag it again towards else. So let's see how that looks like. Now it says here, if the button is pushed, then that will be equal to high. Digit number 6 would be imitating digit number 13, which is this light over here. And then this set or the built-in LED would be turned on. Otherwise, it will be turned off. So low here means 0, means false when it comes to my logic. Now in this case, if I'm running my simulator, as you see here, those two lights are connected to each other. So let me give it a try now. I can hit the button. You'll find the two LEDs are lighting on. So I'm having my first LED over here. Let me just try this. It's turned on. And then if I'm going to my second LED over here, so I'm just going to hit the button. So both of them are linked. And this is how my code look like.